know you have a stitch on your machine that looks like you stitched it by hand? Well, you do, but you have to set it up properly, and it's totally different than what you think. First off, it's stitch number 21. So if you look up here, it kind of has some stitches, a straight, and then stitches. But to get this look, you must put the clear thread on your machine in the needle. So I actually have that over here on a thread stand. Now, it goes all the way up to the top there, and then, well, obviously you can't see it, but it goes across the front of my machine and over into and through down to the needle. The reason I put the thread on a thread stand is because sometimes invisible thread does need a little distance and sometimes can get wrapped around things. By putting on a thread stand, things become a lot happier. Now the key is that it looks like there's clear, it looks like it's invisible stitching, but the bobbin thread is really what's coming up and giving us those tight looking stitches that looks like I did it by hand. Speaking of tight, you must take your top tension up to a ungodly number. So I'm all the way up to the highest setting of 8, and I just went ahead and stitched, and this is what I got the first time out. So when you're actually stitching, if you want to stitch it on some fabric with batting, this will give you the look like you've done it by hand. Now, there are some variables. Let me just go ahead and do some stitching. The variables can be the batting, the thread you put in your bobbin. It's got to be able to pull up to the top side. And I'm going to just take a few stitches here, stop with my needle down, and turn a little corner here. And it does, it pretty much just yanks the bobbin thread up to the top. And then when you are ready to, and then you just stitch. It's pretty, it is a manipulated stitch, so doesn't always turn out. There is some little practice that you need to do, and make sure that your machine is set up to get you the look of the hand stitching.